What's going on, BenchWarmers? Welcome back to. I love Marco's little.
It's the way I know that we started.
Yeah, and you know who didn't know they started is Juventus. They never got the ball rolling, man. They slacked it. Before we get into those results, we'll have to let you know who we are. We have to let you know where to find us and all that good stuff. So, as always, I am. Who am I again? The instigator, Marco the interrupter, Diego the stat troll,
like the forgetter,
and Josue.
Uh,
I still don't know.
yeah.
Still don't know. But
One day.
one day we'll get one. A little housekeeping for you guys. And also, I think it's time you finally get this down packed. You know, so I'm gonna throw it to you,
no.
and I hope you catch it. All right.
I lost my
I'm gonna give
memory
you a
after
super
playing
easy
Dying
one.
Light last night.
I'm gonna give you a really easy one. Where can they watch us? Simple. That's easy. Easy.
On YouTube, BenchWarmer FC TV.
He almost.
I almost said .tv. That's why.
It's close enough.
You got it, man. You got it. Thank you for that. Make sure you guys hit the little subscribe button so you know when we have new episode, new content coming out. Give us a comment, give us a follow, and share us with your friends because you know that's what we're here for. And you want to join the bench, you know where to find us, BenchWarmers TV. Marco, where can they give us a follow and all that good stuff?
They can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter by searching BenchWarmers FC1.
And Diego, I know you got this, bro. I ain't worried, man. Give me the podcast, give me the emails, give me all the good stuff right there.
You can listen to all of our podcast episodes, including this podcast, The Bench, where we go over the weekly results, our fantasy podcast, which comes out every Thursday, Friday, and the rest of the stuff that we have for you guys by searching us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts, and searching BenchWarmers FC. You can also write to us by using our email address, which is benched@benchwarmersfc.com. We promise that Edgar still remembers, even though he's not here. But we're not going to hold a candlelight vigil for him. The candles were blown out, like Erik said, for Juve. Were you guys able to watch that game?
I got little clips of it.
I was driving on my way back home, but I had it playing in the background, so I got to hear it and glance over every now and then. Almost got into a car accident or two, but man, wow, did not expect that result whatsoever. No, especially with 10 men, Porto. Come on.
And a super red after the other day. I mean, I didn't watch the whole game. I watched the last couple of minutes of the second half, and then bits and pieces of the extra time. And Juve wanted it, man. Juve wanted it. At least for the second half, you could see that they were going at it, and it's just never happened. It wasn't in the cards. Yeah, man. Holy crap!
They had to, even though they drew, even though they were winning 2-1. They had to get the extra goal to move on. Marco, Josue, how did it feel watching Pepe kind of be dominant in the back for Porto?
100% aerial duels won in that game for 38-year-old Pepe.
What a beast he has been throughout his whole career. It sucks that he's no longer at Madrid. I understand why. But he found himself in Porto again. And holy shit, for 36, doing the shit that he's doing, it's phenomenal. 38, my bad. It's phenomenal. It's crazy, and it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable because we got to see the nice Pepe and we got to see the dirty Pepe. And then now we get to see just the experience Pepe, just life of experiences.
I like that.
Here it is. This is what I can do, and I still got it. So it's nice to see. It sucks for Ronaldo, which was his teammate. But you know what? Living low now. Yeah.
It's just that experience level. I mean, he's been in that position before with Madrid, and I'm sure with he was on Porto before, right? Before going to Madrid, or I don't know, some other team. It's just that many years of experience of playing Champions League, knockout round, come from behind, defending properly with 10 men. He's done it before. It's just that leadership. He's proven that he could lead a small club like Porto, big club in Portugal, but a small club in Europe, across Europe. So, I mean, off to the quarterfinals they go.
To your point, yes, he was on Porto before, from 2004 to 2007. But yeah, man, Porto knock out Juventus, going on to the next round. We're not going to dive too much into the Champions League, but just to kind of give you a highlight of what happened in the other game, which was Borussia versus Sevilla, and the 2-2 where Haaland got the brace and moved them on to the next round. Diego, you guys are highly linked to Haaland. How exciting are you seeing this player just completely dominate everybody who he plays against, and knowing that he may be in your squad within years to come?
I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath. I like the rumors. Everyone loves to read rumors, but I'm not gonna hold my breath as far as Haaland coming to United. It'd be nice. There are reports Solskjaer making him number one target, whatever. I've always said, even for other transfers to other teams, I don't believe anything until he's holding the shirt, and then he's posted on Twitter or on the official Instagram. But today, for anyone who caught his post match, he was asked about why he got in the goalkeeper's face. And like his response was just like, I was like, wow, this guy, the freaking set, the humongous pair that this guy has. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna paraphrase here, but it was close to, he was like, in that penalty that he took, he took the penalty and the Sevilla goalkeeper blocked it, right? But he was off his line. He was judged off his line, and so VAR made it so that the referee would retake the penalty. For Haaland, he was like, yeah, I took the penalty, and he's like, I took the penalty. I was going to score the penalty, and then he saved it, and then he came to celebrate in my face. He's like, and then VAR saw that he cheated, so I took it again, and I made sure that, wouldn't it be great if I scored again to celebrate in his face? So I put the penalty away, and I told him exactly what he told me. And then you see like the clip rolls while the post match is going. He's like his arms are out, and he's just like yelling in the dude's like right behind his neck. And then like three of the Sevilla players go after him, and they start this whole little brawl on the sideline. And then he goes, I don't know, maybe it's just karma that he deserved. And it's like, holy crap, like this 20-year-old, I would say now baller, is completely aware of how good he is, that he is dishing out karma to other goalkeepers for trying to troll him. I don't know if you guys remember the Ben Nistelrooy penalty.
Yeah, I was thinking that right now. I was just
But
thinking,
dude, that's exactly what I thought about, man. Just like that Ben Nistelrooy pen and Almunia getting in his face and everything. And then, bro, Haaland, it's funny how for Dortmund and Sevilla, they tied, but Dortmund advances on aggregate, and then for Juve, they won the game, but then they lost on aggregate because of the away goal rule. Still, Haaland, amazing player, and there is already this huge list, more Champions League goals than like Ronaldinho, R9. I don't know who else. I think there was like a dozen players on there, absolute legends that he already has more goals than, quicker to 20 Champions League goals than Messi and Ronaldo. It's crazy. It's crazy. Any team that he lands on, I of course would be over the moon. I'm not gonna hide that if he goes to United, but any team that he lands on, or even if he decides to stay at Dortmund, man, he's gonna be huge. Haaland is the real deal.
I mean, obviously we've all seen the comparisons to Zlatan already, just because of his physique, his style of play. But just in my humble opinion, and I am nobody to be, judging players, because I am a bench warmer, as we all are. But I think Haaland is in the lane in his own. I think he's just way more athletic. I think he's way faster than Zlatan, and these comparisons I think are going to be unjust. I think it's a compliment to Haaland right now because he's so young, but in the future I think he's going to be way better and way more accomplished than Zlatan. So I mean, we'll see where he ends up, if he stays in Borussia, if he goes to United, if he goes to see, who knows where he's going to go. But that kid is an exciting player to watch, and definitely keep your eye on him. But that's all for the Champions League. Now let's get into our main bulk of the conversation, which is the Premier League. We just wanted to give you guys a quick little highlight as to what happened today. So to kick it off, we'll kick it off with the first game of the weekend, which was Burnley and Arsenal, 7:30 in the morning. Marco, we woke up extra early to yet experience another typical Arsenal moment, and unfortunately, it happened to one of our most consistent players since Arteta joined, Xhaka. Now, talk to me. How do you feel about it? Are you up in arms about over Xhaka? With he has the most errors leading to goals since he's joined the club. There's no hiding that fact. But how do you feel about his recent performances, this moment that happened, and knowing what the result is after his fuck up?
I mean, I know Xhaka has been up and down for us. He went from being a steady player to our captain, then taking the captaincy away from him, then not playing and being a consistent player for Arteta. This is just a fuck up. It's just an unfortunate event. I don't see it more than just that. I know he's fucked up in the past, but for this one, it sucks because how it ended. I mean, it was a simple pass to the right, and then it just bounced off the attacking player that was there. It sucks. It really, really does. Will he get penalized? He's not gonna. Arteta's not gonna do anything about it. It does suck because we were up one, and it also left us with a 1-1 tie at the end. I just think it's just unlucky. That one was just I personally just think it's unlucky.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Xhaka has been one of our most consistent players since our recent little, I guess, resurgence in form, if you want to call it that. But he has been one of our most consistent players. But we've all been saying he's due for a mistake coming soon, and it came.
I mean, I think he did more mistakes. I mean, I quote me if I'm wrong, but back when Emery was around, and then he would play them as a center back, and you also played them sometimes as a left back, one or two times, and it was always so bad to see, and we knew that he fucked up multiple times back then. Now I think he's just been a consistent player. I mean, he's there. He knows what he has to do, and it was just an unfortunate pass to the right, thinking that nobody was going to be there, and it just bounced off.
I don't think he didn't think anybody was going to be there. I just think he's extremely so left-footed that it misplaced the pass. But regardless, Xhaka, he fucked it up, and we ended up drawing that game 1-1. Very unfortunate. The only good highlight for me in that game was Pepe, because as soon as he came on, the chances came. The chances started coming. He should have had a handball. I am blown away how that wasn't called, because not only was I forget who it was, his name, his arm was completely out of a natural form. It stopped the progression of Pepe getting around him. So it's not even like a scenario where kind of like the Man United what's it called? Greenwood, I think it was, and Hudson-Odoi situation. It's not even that's like a completely different situation if you want to compare, because if you look at this, Pepe's going to goal and he gets stopped. It goes to review and nothing is called. I have no clue how that wasn't called a penalty, but I'm not gonna take the draw, and I'm not gonna say that we should have won because the ref fucked us over. No, we should have had 3 or 4 goals. Saka didn't put them away. He had, for his standards, for a 19-year-old standards, not his best game. Am I gonna crucify him for that? Of course not. No. I'm excited Pepe came on, and you saw the threat that he brought. And for a player like him, who has been a very, inconsistent player, it's good to see the impact that he's bringing onto the team. Now, this is not the result we were hoping for. We were hoping to beat Burnley. We have had trouble with them this season, but unfortunately, we cannot get over that hump. That still leaves us in 10th place. With this weekend coming up, we have the North London Derby. And I'm actually kind of confident. I'm not worried.
You said that last time.
I don't know if I said that last time.
You did say that last time.
You're gonna have to go and review.
VAR. I have to go and review. Yeah, VAR that. Also, it makes a lot of things.
Yeah, I think he hears things.
He does see things.
I see things.
You do see things too. Yeah, that's true.
If I had one request, and Arteta was listening right now, I would say put Smith Rowe as a cam.
Well, he's hurt. Don't forget, he came back from injury.
Does he have enough time to get ready for a weekend?
I don't know. You know that's the problem.
If he's 100% ready to go back, I would just ask to have him play as cam, not as a wing.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the lineup is. I'm pretty confident with the player selections that we have going into this game. Finally, we don't have a hurt Thomas Partey like we did last time, who walked off as Son scored the goal. So keep that in mind. That's why. But no, it's gonna be an interesting game. It's gonna be a great game, a big test for Spurs, big test for Arsenal, and we'll see what happens. Arsenal, I think their chances of top 4 are gone now, and the only chance at Champions League is Europa League. So we'll see how
best
how many
league.
eggs they put into this basket, which is the Premier League. I don't know. You guys have anything to mention about the game or anything you want to bring up before we go on to the next game?
It looked like he wanted to say something about my remarks about Xhaka.
I think about
No,
Shaka stat, and he was like, he beat me to it.
The yes, he does lead in errors leading to goal.
Told you he had it written.
And the biggest thing though, and this has nothing to do with stats, it has to do with how you guys feel as far as Arteta. I forget who was it that said it. It was a pundit on TV that had mentioned that Arteta may be the correct coach for the job, but now the sentiment must be that his 11 is just not good enough for the plans he has for the club. Do you guys agree with that?
I 100% agree with that.
I agree with that.
100% agree with that.
Oh my God, this guy. His
Yeah.
so
He was so agreed with it.
so it being so Party was brought in. Yes, we've seen some of the mishaps, at least with center back pairings. If you can narrow it down to one sector, one area of the field that, let's say, Arteta gets unlimited spending money to upgrade, what would you prioritize for next season, assuming that Arteta stays there?
Creative mid. That's it. And
Marco?
Smith Rowe, I love him. Smith Rowe, he's too young though. He's not Bruno Fernandes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He's young. He could be, but he's not there yet.
Marco, creative midfielder, number one on your shopping list.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So back then in when the North London Derby Part 1 took place, I just looked that up. This is something that I didn't know. This was match week 11. Spurs were level on points in first place with Liverpool, 24. Arsenal were currently 15th with 13 points. And then that's when the North London Derby took place. Can you guys give us, let's say, maybe not a score prediction? I feel like that'd be a bit harsh, but are you believing for a win? Would you settle for a draw?
I wouldn't settle for a draw. I want to win. I think the mentality has to be to win this going around. We brought it against Man City. We've brought it against United. Fortunately, we got the 3 points in one of the games. I don't see why we shouldn't be able to win against Spurs.
Josue, what's your say?
For Arsenal?
No, for Spurs. I know you don't care about Arsenal, but for Spurs, you have before we get into any conversation about how Spurs have been doing, especially the fact that Bale has been kicking up as of late. But now that since we're on the topic of the North London Derby, we might as well put it in. What are your expectations? What are your feelings for this NLD Part 2?
Well, we're traveling to the Emirates. I mean, Arsenal, they have been decent, not great, but I do feel like they do bring more of their A game against the bigger teams. So I'm not worried, but I do feel like Arsenal are going to be tough. But I do expect Spurs to win, and I know they will win. I'm not going to say it's like a fucking 4-0 win.
Record this, Marco.
Okay.
But
so not a 4-0 win, but if you're brave enough,
it'll be close. I think it'll be close.
But you guys are winning.
What was that?
1-0, 2-0?
I don't know. I just know it will be close. I
But
can't give you a
so-
score. I thought you
so it
said
won't be a blowout.
you're not asking
But you're
for
winning.
score predictions.
But you're winning.
you're winning.
But we're winning.
Okay. Record that, Marco. Record that. Clip that.
Okay, so
Clip it.
Arsenal fans on the bench saying they're winning. Josue putting up the white flag and holding up his pride for the Spurs, saying they're winning. I don't know, man. I think I would be scared, honestly. Being in the middle, I would be scared of Bale, Son, and Kane and how they've been kind of like mixing together. I have a feeling that with Europa League and all the European competitions getting mixed in between, there might be some shuffling. I don't know why, but I have a gut feeling that the managers might move players around and not prioritize the derby.
And I think we have a little bit more depth than Spurs do, especially in the back. I feel Spurs don't have that backup defender, and the reason why I feel confident that we're going to win is because last time Josue said that Spurs are winning the Premier League here, they went on the complete downward spiral.
They did win the game, though.
So
no, they won, but they won on the complete downward spiral. So now he's saying that they're going to win no matter what. Thank you, Dyer. We are the bench where we jinx everything. So
that is true.
appreciate that.
I don't know about the jinxing. We'll see.
I don't know about the jinx. If Nando was here,
I mean, hold on. Then didn't Diego say United were going to win the title as well? And then as soon as he said that, they went on like on a 4-game draw or something like that.
No, I said if we were still within this place with 10 matches remaining, I was very clear about that. Then I would consider a title race. Absolutely.
We have to go back to VAR on that.
I'm 100% comfortable with that.
Do remember Josue saying yes, they won the league already. I also remember Diego saying exactly what he said. Is that if by I think week 29, 30, I think he mentioned if they were in the same spot that they would have won it. That
I have to go back and look at this. I don't recall him saying that, but
I do remember that one. I'll give him that one. But the Josue one, he lost it. He won it back in December.
Yeah, no way.
I never said we won it. I said we had the chance to win it.
You say you won it.
I came into this season being happy with just improving our points from last season. That was it. That was all I was expecting from United. But either way, I digress. This is about the North London derby. Spurs fans and Josue alike are confident with Bale, Son, and Kane, and Erik and Marco and Arsenal fans alike are hoping that they can take 3 points from this derby match.
Yeah, man, excited weekend. This game was taking place on Sunday, I think, right?
It's gonna be Sunday because they need 3-day break.
Yeah, so
because of Europa.
We'll see what happens, man. But regardless, this is not only a North London derby, but this is a BenchWarmers derby. So it is always exciting when we have a rivalry happening amongst us. Other games we have Sheffield losing again to Southampton 2-0. Surprise, surprise. Aston Villa and Wolves 0-0. Kind of a boring game, you know. No Grealish, no party for Aston Villa, man. That's bad. Leicester City, Brighton. Leicester winning 2, Brighton with the 1. Was there controversy in that game? I'm trying to recall. I feel like I watched that game and there was some kind of controversy that happened, or am I just going crazy?
I think you're thinking about the controversy for Brighton the game before.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, there's so much controversy every weekend now with the Premier League. These refs are horrible. West Brom, Newcastle 0-0. Jesus, it's a very quiet weekend this weekend when it comes to score results, no? Yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
Until Spurs.
And this. God, I'm sorry. You had to kill it, didn't you? But this result here gets me excited. And again, I think it's clear to everybody now that it's not a coincidence. It's planned out that when Liverpool are shit, their fans don't show up.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Thanks.
Fulham 1. Liverpool donuts.
I couldn't believe that happened.
BenchWarmers 4. Where's the 5th guy? Where's Edgar?
Where's Les? I think if he Edgar, I'm not gonna call you the smug right now. I'm gonna call you Edgar because I'm gonna give you a new nickname. And this is because you're not here and you haven't showed up, especially when your team is in bad form. All right. And I know you're gonna be listening to this at some point in the future. So if you guys are okay with this, I think I want to call this smug Le Loser.
Le Sword Loser.
Dyer. I just said you up and you just slammed something. I liked it. Le Sword Loser. The sore loser, yeah. He's not nowhere to be found. He's hiding under a rock with his little baby.
Have you put his face on the milk carton yet? Because nowhere to be found right now.
Dyer's going in.
I am.
And look, let's not only bash on Edgar. Let's also we have to give credit where it's due. Nico's been MIA. Eddie's been MIA. These Liverpool fans, look, man, they enjoy their moment on top, and they were so smug and arrogant about it. And as soon as it went down, they just disappeared, man. I mean, it is what it is. But Diego, how do you feel as a Manchester United fan? As your rival, you're watching this team plummet so fast after being on top.
What was the celebration? Was the celebration where you said the team? Bro, I'm enjoying every second of it. I don't care. I don't care about the capitulation. I've seen all kinds of excuses fly out the window for Liverpool fans online. And they put up they're counting the number of calendar days that they've been injured more than other. It's like Leicester City have 9 players out and they're not complaining about a damn thing. They're still within the top 4 race and they're not flailing. Like you don't hear any of that from them. And they're rolling with the punches. They just grinded through a 2-1 win against Brighton in a game where they didn't look good at all. Missing Madison has been huge for them, at least on the creative side. What was it, 17 matches for Thiago and only 600 thumbs up, 0 goals? Like, I don't understand what's going on with Liverpool. I think, though, the biggest thing that I will take away from this Fulham result is how Salah and because I watch a lot of these games just for fantasy reasons too, just to see how the players are doing. How Salah let himself get beat for that ball, completely let it go, didn't even fight it. You would expect that maybe he would have flopped or maybe threw himself to try to draw the foul. He just gave up, gave the player the possession of the ball, and he shot it. And then what he did afterward, I think he threw his arms up. I could be wrong, but I know he didn't have that reaction where he was disappointed, where he wanted to come back. The stuff that we saw today in the Juve game, where those players got scored on, they went down by a penalty. Second half, they came back and they were going. Federico Chiesa was absolutely tearing through whatever ligaments he had left. I just think their spirits are completely down, completely down. Maybe Diogo Jota can solve some problems for Liverpool. I'm trying to look at it from the positive side for Klopp and his guys, but I don't see them improving. I really don't. You still have a great attacking line. Yes, you're putting midfielders, and then it's like, oh, we lost our defenders. Now we're putting our midfielders in defense, so we lose the midfield. It's like, no, you have Keita back. You still have Milner, which is like a Swiss Army knife of footballers. You can put him anywhere. Just give him very like. I think it boils down to what Erik had said before, and it rings true now more than ever that Klopp is very stuck in his ways. He hasn't adjusted the positioning of his players. It doesn't look like he's changed anything formation wise. He's very much with his mindset on his 4-3-3, and he keeps plugging in his players like pegs, hoping that one of them is going to make something happen. And now with Jota, it's just another peg he put in. He ripped off Salah early on that match. I don't know if you guys saw the images of him just like completely his spirit was just like busted on the bench. Maybe he was tired or maybe he was actually feeling bad. We will never know, but that's what it looked like optically, I guess. I don't know what's next for Liverpool. I am enjoying the downfall, absolutely, especially after the gloating. And now the funny thing is that to defend themselves, they bring up history and they talk about last season. So it's back to their old ways.
Also, like they didn't even start Mane in that match. I saw him coming off the bench. So I was like a little bit curious as to why Mane didn't even start. And also I'm questioning if Klopp regrets of loaning out Minamino because he's providing for Southampton right now.
Yeah, he is.
So I don't know. Because why would you loan out a player who could easily, be that substitute for Diogo Jota when Jota was injured? So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking about loaning him out.
You can blame the injuries all you want, but with all due respect to Fulham and Scott Park, he's doing a phenomenal job now, kind of putting more final life into that team. Liverpool have to win this game. There's no even with their backup at home, even with their backup players, they still have a better team than Fulham. And again, all credit to them. They should have won this game. Yeah. But I think either it was Gary Neville or somebody said it's not a downfall, it's a complete collapse. And their mentality is completely gone. And who knows how they're going to come back, when they're going to come back, if they ever come back from this like downward spiral that they're in for the remainder of the season, which honestly they have to if they even want to have a chance at top 4. And where are they right now? They're in 8th place.
Rebecca Lowe called it. She was asked, will they have European football next season? And she said, I don't even think they'll get to Europa League. She was talking to Robbie Earle and Tim Howard after that match, and she's like, you know what? I don't think Liverpool will have what it. And the thing is, it's not just to their detriment that they're playing so bad. I think other teams are going to start playing well, and they're just going to be left behind.
Think about it, man. Arsenal were about to get relegated, and we were being mocked by the whole league.
Yeah, for real.
Now we're 5 points behind Liverpool. Yeah, they're in 8th place and we're 10th, but that's just how bad they're doing.
Liverpool points-wise, if you want to stat troll, they're 22 points from first place, and they're only 20 from bottom. So they're closer to relegation than they are to the top right now. And I think that says everything.
How the turns table. So that's the Liverpool result. Losing again at home. I believe that's 6 losses in a row. If I'm not mistaken.
6 in a row at home.
6 in a row at home. New record for Klopp and his boys. But I know this game got Diego got even more excited. The little cherry on top to what it was a great weekend for Manchester United fans. Manchester City 0, United 2. Diego, how excited are you for this team under Ollie? And I think the question that I've been hearing a lot is, will Ollie win a Premier League?
I've been seeing that a lot. And what people are keep bringing up is the fact that he's lost 3 semifinals, and I have no answer for that. That's facts. When it's gotten to like the last bit, that last push to give yourself the opportunity to win silverware, he hasn't come through. I'm not sure why. The only thing that I took from this game, and I'm definitely just regurgitating what I've heard because I agree with it. It's not an original thought, but many agreed that the game showed, this derby showed that when things work out well for United and everything is cohesive, they can compete. They're a competitive team and they can play well. There was a moment after the freaking second minute penalty that they got, that Martial was fouled by Jesus in the box, where City were actually piling on pressure and attacking and attacking and attacking. They made the switch. United made a switch in the second half with Dan James relieving that pressure and then having more of the play go through those wide players. I think it was such a great game to watch because they dealt with the top team in the league, and that happened to also be the rival. I think that's the best way to respond. The 3 consecutive 0-0 draws, yes, they were god awful, and that is definitely showing moments where not all the pieces connect or work well. Everything did. You had Luke Shaw scoring a goal, like nobody expected that, not even me. And the thing is that when you have fluidity in your attack and in your fullbacks to be able to put Shaw in that position just to take the shot, you know what? I think it was just a great game for Ole and for United. I like the fact that he's won all 3 of his away matches at the Etihad, so that's a great record to have. Something that Ferguson hadn't achieved during his tenure. His first 3 matches away to City being all wins. Where they're going next from this, the thing is that I don't know, and I'm not saying this because I'm trying to hide from the responsibility of predicting. But with European matches and rotation, the risk of losing a player or 2, Rashford came off with inflammation of his ankle. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again,
That's fair.
it's still not match week 30. If they're maintaining their bit, they had 2 bad results before this, and they had 1 great one, and they're still in second. So hoping that other teams don't start excelling and United starts slipping. If they maintain this part, I think they can make it. I will make a direct parallel to Leicester last season, where they were 3rd for like the last 15 weeks of the season, and then the very last match they flipped and they lost, and then they were knocked out. So I damn, it's tough for the future. But I like seeing the display. I'm happy with it. I was definitely happy with it. I was it's always good to beat a rival. I don't know which of you 3 is going to be feeling that way this Sunday. So
We'll see. Hopefully it's us for once. It's been a long time, but whatever. Speaking of rivals, great game to United, and great job to the boys out there for doing what they did under Ollie. I mean, they look like they want to play for Ollie, which is awesome to see. If you're a United fan, at least. Now speaking of rivals, Spurs. I'm sorry, Harry Kane, Son, and Bale versus Crystal Palace, because those 3 are connecting in some ways that are just threatening in every shape, way, and form. Bale is prime Bale again. Harry Kane and Son have set new records, and Crystal Palace got their ass spanked. Josue, how do you feel seeing Bale reach this his form again, and seeing Harry Kane and Son breaking records together?
It's about fucking time, honestly. It's about time that we see this trio perform very well. Of course, it's very late into the season. I'm not saying they're not going to reach top 4, but where was this when we were in lead in the table? I wouldn't have disappeared. I wouldn't have gone with Edgar and laid down in a rock. Actually, he's renting out my rock right now. That's what he's doing.
So you're expecting to go back to your rock then?
No. I put it up for sale. It's on Airbnb right now. Edgar he's there right now. Okay, so he's enjoying his time. There's plenty of drinks for him to drink his feelings away and all that kind of stuff. But all in all, it was a great performance. I got a little worried when Crystal Palace tied it, because like it was just lack of effort of defending. But after that, they just started performing really well. Bale, he's definitely the starter now over Bergwijn. Before it was Bergwijn over Bale, but now it's Bale over Bergwijn. And Kane is the middleman. He's providing assists for Bale, providing assists for Son, or being there for Son, being there for Bale. He's the middleman, which is great to see, the striker. Son, he's coming off a little bit. He hasn't been scoring goals like he used to, but he's there to help. He's there to help. The only thing that I didn't like this in the game was Lucas Moura trying to dribble everybody, trying to do what Son did against Burnley last year, but he just couldn't do it. But defensively, Moura was phenomenal. Attacking, not so much, except with that steal to give Kane the ball to assist Bale. So it's about fucking time, bro. It's.
Did you guys see the Kane
It's
goal?
a huge.
Huh?
Did you guys see the Kane goal, Marco? Did you see the Kane goal?
Oh my God, it was a fucking banger.
Yeah,
that fucking banger.
That was a banger. They said it's goal of this. The commentators were saying that's goal of the season for them. But to be honest, I'm like, did you not see Lanzini's goal against Tottenham at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
The last second on top of that.
Yeah, to tie it 3-3. So I was like, you gotta check the clips.
Short memory, but also you're sounding like you're on cloud 9 right now,
on a high.
But a few weeks ago, and well deserved, of course. A few weeks ago, it wasn't like that, and a lot of criticism was coming down on Mourinho. Are you still backing your manager, or are you just okay with the performances now, but you want somebody new coming in the next season? Because
I feel
before, so I want to get your thoughts now.
I still don't like Jose. I still don't like Jose. I don't know what changed his mind. I mean, Diego and I, we were talking about this a couple during the match, probably even the match before that against Fulham, that Tottenham has been playing more freely instead of more defensively. I don't know what made Mourinho change his mind. He's not starting Dyer anymore, which is fucking great. That's awesome. Now that connection between Alderweireld and Sanchez, it's great. I mean, but I still feel like Jose, he's going to be there for another season. Only if he's able to get Tottenham back into top 4. That's 1. 2, if he wins Europa League with Tottenham. And 3, if he wins the Carabao Cup final against Man City. Those are the only 3 ways I feel like Mourinho is going to stay. If he doesn't achieve at least one of them, he's sacked.
Are you going to celebrate the Carabao?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Oh God.
The hell?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
if it counts for thee, it counts for me.
God, Jesus. Carabao.
Yeah, of course I'm going to celebrate. I celebrated the Audi Cup.
The Audi Cup. No. The Audi Cup.
Okay, I think he just showed his hand after just saying that. So we'll go on to the next game real quick. And again, we'll save the remainder of the North London Derby for I guess game day. But next game we have here is Chelsea versus Everton, and records are broken consistently this weekend with Liverpool losing at home, with Harry Kane and Son breaking what is it? Dual contributions. Yeah. And now Thomas Tuchel with I think the 6 games unbeaten as 6 games unbeaten, right? As a new coach coming into the league. Man, I was not expecting Chelsea to have such a great run of form. I know there's that new manager bounce that most teams get, but this doesn't just seem like a new manager bounce to me. And I don't know about you guys, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, but this actually seems like Tuchel is bringing something to the team that is experience, knowledge, and just bringing out the best in the players that he currently has, Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. Although Timo Werner still isn't scoring goals, but he's threatening nonstop. I want each of your thoughts on this, and it doesn't have to be like a full on conversation on it. I just kind of wanted to see where you're feeling right now about Chelsea and how well they're performing and where they can actually go. So I'll kick it off with you, Marco, first. How nervous are you that Chelsea are going to be possibly a top dog next season if Tuchel sticks around and gets the funding from the ownership as all Chelsea managers do?
I mean, based on his experience, plus the money that he might be able to get, I think Chelsea is a legit threat for next season, and that's a given. What he's been able to accomplish just in 6 games, and to figure something out that the season Chelsea hasn't been able to figure out, I think it says a lot. I mean, there is plenty of games to play. There's a possibility of an up and down, or at least a loss or two here and there this season. But if we're talking about specifically next season, I think he's a huge threat if he continues this way.
Diego, I know you're a stickler for tactics, like myself. We like to get into that a little bit. Do you see Tuchel? I'm sorry. What differences do you see with Tuchel doing that Frank Lampard was doing, and why is it so successful with Tuchel and not for Lampard?
I think one of the biggest thing is that he's utilizing the wing backs. Like that's literally it. Uh, I saw and read some comparisons that even Blues fans were saying this is just sorry ball disguised as a new manager. And honestly, I wouldn't put it that far from it. They maintain a lot of possession. They attack on the flanks exclusively. And as far as having that point man, you saw Havertz occupied the forward role in his past match versus Everton that Giroud would typically have. Um, and he benefited from it. And the one other thing that I would say is that it looks like maybe even Chelsea fans are okay with Tuchel treating them like crap because he first it was the Hudson Odoi episode. Then it came his comments about Pulisic saying that he knows him from his Dortmund days and that he thinks that he'll operate better coming off of the bench for 10 or 20 minutes. So he's already relegating him to the bench and saying, "You're not useful on the field until I need you." And then the third one was there was some clips that came out of Tuchel yelling at Werner and literally just like insulting him for trying to play on the left and not following his instruction, which obviously, yes, in a regular match with fans or whatever would have gone unnoticed. But we're not in that right now. We're in a time where there's nobody, there's hot mics all over the pitch, and they're picking up every single little thing that these players and managers are saying. And when you hear Tuchel verbally berating Werner for being crap, for playing like it, and for not listening to his instructions, I don't know if that's really the way that Chelsea fans want to go. Some people said that it's perfectly fine already with the Hudson Odoi incident. They've already forgotten it, whatever. But seeing that this is how Tuchel reacts and he treats his players, especially Werner, who I feel like he's probably more comfortable with than others, and maybe that's just a relationship they have. If he wants to freaking whip them into shape and be ruthless, I guess it's more of a reason to fear this Thomas Tuchel team because he won't care. He won't care, and he'll get the money that he needs. He'll get the players that he wants, and he'll put them right into the system. That because nothing changed other than the fact that he put up possession and he's using those wing backs. Although I'm making it sound simple, he's doing it successfully because obviously unbeaten and clean sheets, it shows.
To your point, and I'm surprised that I feel like it's not talked about enough. I've only heard it like here and there. Kante was playing as a winger under Frank Lampard.
Yes.
Now he's finally playing as the best CDM in the world as we knew him when he came from Leicester, when he played on Leicester. So Lampard, I think, may have been overthinking things. But Josue, one question for you and about Chelsea's current form. You guys are 5 points behind Chelsea for the fourth place spot for Champions League. Do you think you guys can overcome, or do you think Chelsea will have a slip up from now until the end of the season, allowing for that gap to get smaller, allowing for Spurs to get in, or Chelsea kind of solidifying their spot with their form in Champions League?
That's tough because I mean, what, Man City went 21 games unbeaten? With 21 games unbeaten?
21.
And they
21.
And they finally lost to United. So I feel like that streak will come to an end, but when? That's the only question. But right now, Chelsea are performing really well. They're solidifying that they could be in the top 4 and secure Champions League spot. The team, you said we're 5 points behind them.
You're 5 points behind them, yeah.
Yeah, there are other teams that we need to worry about, not just Chelsea.
Yeah.
There's West Ham.
Everton, West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, like, even Leicester City's they're not really being consistent right now. I think this is their first win before like just now before they lost 2 matches.
Yeah, they lost twice.
But it's tough to say because Tuchel really found what was going on with Chelsea and he fixed it. And they're doing pretty well. So Spurs, they just found it too. As Tuchel came in, Spurs found it also. So it's going to be tough. I can't say that they're going to catch up to Chelsea. I mean, 5 points is a small gap, but I mean, they're not the only team that we can worry about.
Yeah, man. Well, to your point, West Ham have been in crazy form. I think since the winter break, if I'm not mistaken, they have the second most points in the league behind Man City.
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat. That's a crazy number to have under David Moyes. And the guy leading the charge is one of his previous players, a United player, Jesse Lingard, who scored a penalty after the Declan Rice gave him the opportunity. If I'm not mistaken, he missed the first one and he followed up with the second.
It got saved, rebounded back to him, and then he put it away.
But he put it away. That's all that matters.
At least he had that quick thinking to get that ball instead of like, shit, I missed it.
I thought that was an offside though. Isn't that like the penalty saved and
I think they took that rule away after the season.
And Craig Dawson got on the score sheet too. And West Ham continued the winning streak, beating Leeds 2-0. Leeds are definitely a team that I feel if the fans were in the stadiums this season, they would be a lot higher in the table.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, fans come back in May, supposedly.
Yeah, we'll see. And I'm just more excited for next season to see how they actually start the season with the fans in the arenas and how their games go. But Leeds are not looking as consistent as possible. But the only thing that stands out from Leeds is how long Bielsa can stay in that kneeled position. No position. How do you do that?
Crouch position.
Yeah, my knees are just looking at him do that, bro. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
he
does it
He's
for
like 60-something years old.
He does it for like 15 minutes at a time. Like, bro, he just stays there.
And when he yells, bro, he scares the shit out of me.
Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think he like yells like broken English or just in Spanish?
No, Spanish.
No, he definitely yells Spanish. No way.
Yeah, he said the reason why and apparently from what I've read, he has good English, but he doesn't speak English because he doesn't want to disrespect, I guess, the language or the culture or whatever. I forget what exactly the terminology was, but that's from my understanding. Who knows? And I can see him being that kind of person, you know, that he overthinks things and he just like super overanalyzes everything. But yeah, West Ham, to your point, Josue, are on incredible form, and they are, I think, in 6th place.
They're in 6th, right behind Everton, I believe.
Yeah, West Ham.
They're in 5th, right in front of Everton, actually.
In front of Everton,
after Everton lost that game this weekend against Chelsea. We even mentioned that, but whatever. They lost. Who cares? I think that's it for today, boys. You guys have any other final thoughts?
Listen, I thought that was an interesting question to kind of end it on. Without fans now, do we think our teams would be doing the same next season with fans in?
Oh, that's a hard one, man. I could answer that so many different ways, especially for certain players.
I feel like for certain teams and not to like put my thumb on it or pick on Arsenal, but I've heard it quite often that people say, okay, without fans, they're not as negative, or they may not berate them for the mistakes that they've made this season. Maybe they're not. Maybe they might do worse if they have fans in. Then you have Spurs, who, okay, they're in a new stadium. They could be doing better if they have fans. And then with City, they have no fans, so maybe they'll do just as fine. I don't know.
Well, I just want to go back to the Tuchel insulting Werner. To be honest, I feel like that's normal. I feel like that's everything on the field and in the locker room is all lovey-dove. Like I just feel like that's normal. Because look at what
some players don't
love.
like that. Some players don't like that. Some players don't like being talked to. Like, can you imagine him saying that to Zlatan?
He's German though.
I think you'll get kicked.
Werner's German. He's probably dealt with that shit in the German league. So
that's an interesting question to ask.
Yeah, man management. You know, everybody has a different style of plays. But yeah, that's all. Great episode, guys. I really enjoyed the conversations there. Without that being said, I think we are all set for the night. We appreciate everybody who's listening. Please make sure to let us know what you guys want us to talk about, when you want to join the bench, and come give your banter. I don't have my jersey on, but I'll bring on my mug.
Big ass fan.
He's got the mug.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Did you come here fake? Just a couple of seasons ago, you were a Liverpool fan, and before that, you were a Leicester fan. So don't even come at me with that. I've bit my tongue with that knowledge of knowing that you were one supporter of those clubs, and I will not accept that, Josue. I will not accept that. The only person who's a fake fan here is Edgar, and he's not even here.
I was a Preston North End fan one time and a Wigan Athletic.
Well, you're not helping your case by saying it out loud. Helping your cause. You're just showing that you go anywhere.
Listen. Just so we get the little clip for the North London derby, Josue, I need you kissing the badge for that Spurs win, for the good luck. Erik, I need you kissing the badge for that Arsenal win, that good luck. Oh my God, here we go. Marco kissing the badge for that Real Madrid tomorrow. Let's go. Oh no, they're playing next week. They're playing next week.
Awesome, man. That was fun, guys.
My man did everything to that Arsenal badge, bro.
Wait till I go off camera. With all that being said, we are the BenchWarmers, the bench with the voice. I hope you still okay in that, Josue. We are the BenchWarmers, the voice. The bench is always warm. Peace, everybody.